Hey, Skull Nation. What's up, my fellow Vikings faithful? It's your die-hard purple warrior here, ready to dive into the latest Vikings news that's got my heart pounding like a Sam Darnold deep ball. Imagine this. Our squad's battling through a storm of injuries, and boom, the front office drops some roster bombs that could change everything. Stick around, because we're unpacking additions, workouts, and a name that's screaming comeback story. Who's ready to skull through this? Drop a comment if you're hyped. These past days, the Vikings have been scrambling to patch up the injury hits, and they've made some solid moves to keep the engine roaring. First off, they've beefed up the 53-man roster with tight end Nick Vannett and receiver Tim Jones, guys who bring that depth we crave when the hits keep coming. It's like Kwesi Adofo-Mensah is playing 4D chess, ensuring we're not caught flat-footed. And on the practice squad, linebacker Sione Takataki and corner Tyreek Funderburk just landed spots, adding that defensive grit we live for. But hold up, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Behind these signings, the Vikings have been hosting workouts for 4 NFL free agents, testing the waters for even more firepower. According to Ben Goesling from the Star Tribune, alongside Takataki and Funderburk, they worked out linebackers Jamin Davis and Ty Summers, plus DBs Brandon Crossley and Shamar Bartholomew. This isn't random. It's strategic hunting for that edge. What do you think, fam? Any of these names lighting a fire under you? Let's break it down next. Alright, Purple Pride. Let's zoom in on the workout crew because one name is jumping off the page like Justin Jefferson, snagging a contested catch. Jamin Davis. This guy's got history with us, and it's the kind that makes you lean in closer. Drafted 19th overall in 2021 by Washington, he's a 6 feet 4 inches freak athlete who blazed a 4.4740. Insane for a linebacker. The Commanders saw superstar potential, but the NFL's been a grind for the 26-year-old. Still, when he suits up with us, sparks fly. Flashback to 2024, Davis logged 4 games under Brian Flores, racking up 5 tackles, 1 sack, 1 QB hit, and a tackle for loss in just 21 defensive snaps, plus 38 on specials. Picture this. December 16th at US Bank Stadium, Davis stonewalls Bears DJ Moore in the third quarter. That mandatory credit to Brad Rempel's shot capturing the moment our D bent but didn't break. It's that raw upside that has me pumped. Could he be the missing piece in our linebacker room? Tell me in the comments. Would you welcome Davis back with open arms? The intrigue? He's familiar turf for Flores, who knows how to unlock that athleticism. If we're talking practice squad depth or even a call-up, Davis screams opportunity. But he's not alone in this mix. Next up, we're eyeing the rest of the workout squad and what they bring to the table. Stay locked in, because this could shake up our specials and secondary big time. Shifting gears, let's talk Ty Summers, the veteran grinder who's bounced around but always shows up. Picked in the 7th round of 2019 by the Packers. Yeah, our backyard rivals. He spent 3 seasons in Green Bay before hopping to squads like the Cardinals and Saints. At 29, he's got 1,588 special teams snaps under his belt and 317 on defense. That's not flash, that's reliability. The kind that wins those gritty, down-to-the-wire games we love. Imagine Summers flying downfield on a punt, laying the wood. It's that blue-collar vibe that fits our Vikings ethos perfectly. He's not rewriting the record books, but in a season where injuries are piling up like snow in January, a guy like this is gold for depth. And with Kwesi's eye for value, signing Summers could be that low-risk, high-reward move. What's your take, Skull fam? Do we need more vets like him to steady the ship? Hit me with your thoughts below. This workout isn't just about names. It's about fit. Summers brings that special teams ace up the sleeve, especially with our recent D-woes. But let's not sleep on the corners. Next, we're diving into Brandon Crossley, the unproven gem who might just catch fire. Enter Brandon Crossley, the undrafted free agent corner straight out of this off-season's frenzy. New England scooped him up with a measly $1,000 guaranteed. Talk about flying under the radar. But hey, undrafted doesn't mean undiscovered. At 23, he's raw, hungry, and those joint practices with the Pats at TCO Performance Center in August, That's prime scouting ground for our staff. Did a coach spot that shutdown potential while we were grinding sessions? Picture Crossley mirroring a receiver in those heated drills. Footwork crisp, eyes locked. It's the stuff that turns heads in minicamp. Unproven? Sure, but that's where the magic happens. Like when we unearthed Justin Jefferson in the draft. With our secondary taking hits, a fresh face like Crossley could inject youth and speed. Vikings news like this keeps me up at night. Do you see him sticking around? Sound off in the comments. He's got that Northeast connection through the Pats, and Minnesota's always loved poaching talent from familiar foes. But workouts like this are auditions, and Crossley's got to prove he belongs. Up next, Shamar Bartholomew, another DB with some Panther flavor. Who knows what he'll bring to the purple? Shamar Bartholomew, 25-year-old corner who's dipped his toes in Carolina's waters this 2024 season. Across 5 games with the Panthers, he notched 3 tackles. Modest stats, but every snap counts in building that pro instinct. He's got that mid-round polish without the hype, the type of player who quietly elevates a room. Imagine him slotting into our nickel package, breaking up passes like it's nothing. From his college days to now, Bartholomew's journey screams resilience. The kindest Vikings fans eat up. With Tyreek Funderburk already on the practice squad, adding another corner like this could create that healthy competition we thrive on. It's all about layers in the secondary, especially when injuries hit hard. What about you? Think Bartholomew's got the sauce to make our D pop? Let's debate it out below. These 4, Davis, Summers, Crossley, Bartholomew, represent Kwesi's masterclass in roster roulette. But why now? It's all tied to our injury crunch. And the focus? Special teams supremacy. Hang tight as we connect the dots on how this bolsters our purple reign. Let's pull back the curtain on the big picture. Skull Squad. These moves aren't random. They're a direct response to the injury bug biting our defense. We've lost key pieces, forcing the hand to add depth everywhere. Signing Vanett at tight end and Jones at receiver to the active roster? That's offensive insurance, keeping the chains moving when starters go down. But the real juice is in the D, where practice squad adds like Takataki and Funderburk shore up the lines. Takataki's a beast with experience, over 100 tackles in his career, including stints covering kicks like a pro. He's the vet stability we need, especially with linebackers dropping. And Funderburk? That corner speed could flip games on returns. It's like building a fortress. Depth in the trenches, eyes in the sky. Vikings news this hot has me yelling skull at my screen. Who else? Share your roster wish list in the comments. This isn't panic, it's preparation. Kwesi's eyeing every angle, blending youth and grit. But the workouts hint at more free agents auditioning for that purple jersey. Next, we're zeroing in on why Jamin Davis might be the crown jewel here. Back to Jamin Davis because this guy's story is pure Vikings drama, familiar face, untapped potential, and that Flores connection that could reignite his fire. Remember those 2024 snaps? 1 sack on a Bears QB, forcing a fumble in the making. Stats that scream impact in limited time. At 26, he's in his prime with the size to stuff the run and speed to chase down plays. Washington might have let him walk, but we saw the vision. Envision Davis in purple again, patrolling the middle like a hawk, turning third and longs into punts. His 4.47 speed isn't hype. It's highlight reel material. And with our LB room thinning, he's not just depth, he's disruption. I'm all in. How about you, fam? Would Davis be your top workout pick? Drop that purple heart emoji if yes. The buzz? He's the most likely to ink a deal, maybe even practice squad to start. Athleticism plus familiarity equals fit. But let's not overlook the specials angle. These ads are tailor-made for that phase. Teasing ahead, how Chandler's injury ties into this web of moves. Injury alert, running back Ty Chandler sidelined, and he's our kickoff return wizard, those explosive returns that flip field position in our favor. Losing him stings, but it's spotlighting why special teams are priority 1 in these roster tweaks. The Vikings aren't just patching holes. They're fortifying the return game and coverage units to keep opponents pinned deep. Think about it, Vanett and Jones add active depth, but the practice squad D influx. That's all about flying downfield on punts and kicks. Takataki's got the reps, Summers brings the snaps. It's a special teams overhaul disguised as defense help. Stats back it. Teams with elite ST win 70% more close games. We're building that edge. What's your bold prediction for our next return TD? Comment now. This focus keeps us versatile. Offense flows, D rests, specials shine. Kwesi's playing chess while others play checkers. Up next, diving deeper into Crossley's Pat's ties and if that August magic at TCO pays off. Brandon Crossley and those joint practices at TCO, man, that's where bonds form and scouts sharpen pencils. August heat, pads popping, Vikings and Pats trading blows. Did Crossley lock down a deep ball from one of our guys? Earning a nod from our DB coach? Undrafted with minimal guarantee, he's got everything to prove, but that exposure? Priceless. At his size, 5 feet 10 inches, twitchy hips, he's built for slot work, jamming receivers at the line. And proven in games, but practices like those reveal character. If he snags a practice squad nod, it could be the steal of the offseason. Vikings news this intriguing? I'm glued. You feeling the upside? Or too risky? Let's hear it in the comments section. Connections matter in the NFL, and New England's pipeline to Minnesota runs deep. Crossley might be next. Shifting to Bartholomew. Can his Panther experience translate to purple pressure? Shamar Bartholomew's 3 tackles in 5 games? Small sample, but each one's a statement. Hustle plays that don't show on the stat sheet but win locker rooms. At 25, he's got the maturity to absorb our scheme quick, maybe sliding into dime packages where corners feast. Panthers let him hit waivers. We scoop the value. Visualize him in coverage, baiting a throw, pick 6 incoming. That's the dream for our secondary depth. With Funderburk aboard, competition breeds excellence. It's that Vikings way. Earn your spot or hit the wire. Who's your sleeper from this group? Tag a friend who needs to see this. These DB workouts scream secondary reinforcement, blending with the LB focus. But the thread? Specials everywhere. Next, how Takataki's call-up makes total sense in this puzzle. Sione Takataki to the practice squad. Chef's kiss move. This guy's got 200-plus career tackles, including coverage duties on kicks that save field position. At 27, he's in stride, bringing that Browns and Jags polish to our D. Injuries hit our front 7. Takataki's the ready-made answer, ready for elevation. Recall his tape. Fluid drops into zones, shedding blocks like bad habits. Pair him with our starters, and it's nightmare fuel for opponents. Signing him isn't depth, it's insurance policy. Skull Nation, you buying this as a game changer? Smash that like if you're all aboard. Experience like his stabilizes the room, mentoring the young guns. With workouts ongoing, he's the anchor. Teaser. Wrapping the specials priority and what it means for our Sunday night clash. Zoom out. These ads, Vanett, Jones, Takataki, Funderburk, are laser-focused on special teams, especially with Chandler out. Defenders dropping means more returns to cover, punts to protect. But signing a TE and WR? That's holistic depth, keeping offense humming while D heals. Stats show, top ST units boost win probability by 15%. We're chasing that. It's Kwesi's vision. Beef practice squad D for call-ups. Explore free agents for fits. No panic buys, just purple precision. Imagine the momentum. A blocked punt here, a return TD there. Who's fired up for the ripple effect? Share your ST hot take below. This strategy screams contender mindset. But all eyes now on the horizon. That primetime showdown with the Falcons. Get your jerseys ready, we're breaking it down. Sunday night football under the lights. Vikings versus Falcons, 7:20 p.m. Central Time kickoff. Electricity in the air. Atlanta's got playmakers, but our revamped depth? It's the X factor. Picture US Bank roaring as our specials pin them deep early, setting up Darnold daggers. With these moves fresh, we're healthier, hungrier. History favors us. Last matchup, we dominated the trenches. Now, with Davis lurking in workouts, who knows, maybe a surprise elevation flips the script. This must-win vibes, Skull style. What's your score prediction? Fam? Vikings by 10? Comment and let's manifest that W. This game's our statement. Injuries? We thrive. Roster tweaks? Fuel. Falcons, y'all ain't ready. Final thoughts incoming, but first, any last-minute Vikings news I should know? Hit subscribe for updates. Wrapping this whirlwind. From injury responses to workout intrigue, the Vikings are stacking the deck. Jamin Davis stands out as the potential steal, athletic freak with purple past. Summers, Crossley, Bartholomew, depth diamonds in the rough. Takataki's experience seals the D. It's all fueling that special teams fire we need. We've covered the ads, the history, the upside, now it's your turn. What move excites you most? Vannett's blocking? Davis's speed? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. This is our Vikings family, building hype together. Skol forever. One more tease. If new news drops, like a Davis signing, I'll be first on it. Stay tuned, Purple Warriors. You've been epic, now let's turn this into action. Alright, Skol Nation, that's your fix of Vikings news, roster revamp, workout winners, and Falcons fever. If this got your blood pumping, smash that like button, drop a comment with your bold take, and subscribe for daily Purple Passion. Share this with a fellow fan who's missing out. Spread the Skol. Hit the bell so you never miss a beat on Vikings updates. Who's your MVP from these moves? Tell me below, we're in this together. Thanks for riding with me. Until next time, keep the faith. Skol Vikings.